Hello everyone, and today welcome to the micro lesson. I will be looking at very interesting topics. It's called it is a group of nouns. It's called an attributive nouns. Actually, do not let the big grammar name scares you. Attributive noun simply mean the noun that act has adjective before the other nouns. For example, I have tomato. You all know tomato is a noun. Tomato is a things. And then I also write down the word soup. You also know soup is a noun. So what would happen if I pair them together? Tomato as a noun, soup as a noun. It would suddenly become tomato soup. So tomato become an attributive noun because it is telling us what kind of soup it is. That is what is all about an attributive noun. So let's move to the second step of my lesson plan, which would be about the golden rule. When I am teaching in the class, there are two simple structural golden rules that every student should remember. The first one is order. Order talks about like the best noun is always a descriptive noun or a modified noun. And the second one is always an actual object or things. For example, like a tomato. Tomato is the main noun and the soup is an actual object. The second rule is singularity. This is where most of the learners messed up. In attributive noun, the main one, the main noun should always remain singles. For example, shoe store. We know the shoes are many, but we cannot say shoes store. We say shoe store. Keeping the main one in singular form is the key. Let's move to the third part, the third step, which is about the guided practice or classroom example. When I'm teaching and made sure that the class understand, I will write two example, two common or two nouns on the boards and ask the student to pair out the nouns. For example, I have lost my my room keys. It means that the room is an attributive noun. It is describing the key. The key is an actual object. Let's move to the pause. The pause step is about independent practice and common mistakes. When I'm teaching in the class, I would provide two different sheets where a student can independently practice, where the learners could practice two games. One matching game, the second is fixing an error or correction. Matching game is where I might produce box 1s and box 2 and then put the two common pairs. like copy and cap. Then the student would come up and unfair the right choices like copy plus cap, it become coffee cups. Copy has an attribute which is the mean, and cap has an actual object. Also, about fixing an error, I would put the main object, the main noun in plural form, like shoes store, tickets office. And then I will let the student to find out where to find out the problem within those sentences. The last step is about assessment. Before I let the student leave the classroom, I would make sure that I provide a quick assessment called exit ticket, where the student will have to write original sentences on a slip of paper explaining attributive noun. This guarantee that a student could practice the lessons, the rules of the lesson independently and also with the right decision. Uh, this is my simple structured 5-step approach to teaching attributive noun. Thank you so much for today.